Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 14, Episode 9, Midnight at the Chateau of Evil. Sheree and her friend Fatum are at her daughter's podcast. Her daughter, I forgot her daughter's name. Her oldest daughter. She has a podcast. It's about sex, love, and relationships. Mainly about the sex. Let's put some emphasis on the sex. Because it's about the sex. Positions, all of that. Girl talk. All of that kind of stuff. She has her mom there. And it just so happens that while they're there, a story breaks about Sheree and Tyrone and them not being on speaking terms and all of that. Blah, blah, the fuck blah. Because when I say I don't care about this Sheree and Tyrone situation, I want it to be over with. Okay, now that it's over with, I really don't want to even talk about them no more. Like, it's not interesting at all. We have known about Tyrone for many years now. And now we're finally getting to see his face and all of that. And we still don't care. It's just not interesting. This storyline is just not interesting. But anyway, she gonna roll with that. Of course, Fatum is kind of like, I told you so. I told you he wasn't shit. Told you that. But they're gonna still, they're still supportive of her. They're gonna always have her back. Whatever. Marlo is home with the boys. The boys have been getting in trouble, getting referrals, all of that kind of stuff. And so they're acting out, and all of this is since their situation with their mom. And this is how they are coping with it. They're not coping. They acting out at school. And so they agree to do better. They agree to, turn it around. Let's hope so. Kenya and Sonya, they meet up over at Kenya's house. So Sonya comes over, and first we talking about the crowded house and her having to adjust to all them people in her house. She and Ross have to find, creative ways to get it in when they can get it in. They going in closets, sneaking in cars, going down to the basement, going in bathrooms. They trying to figure it out. Not me. Not in my home. I ain't doing that. You figure out how to not hear me. I live here. This is my house. You a guest. You a guest for a little bit. I'm not moving around you. Which is why I don't have house guests. That's why. Because I feel like why should I have to make myself uncomfortable up in here in my house where we pay the bills to make you comfortable? And then especially now when it comes to the sex with me and with my husband, we not getting in the way of that, or you gotta go. So I think it's time for them folk to move out then, if that's the case, Sonya. But anyway, Candy calls, and she calls Kenya, and she has to fill them in on what happened at the house after she left Drop It with Drew. So she fills them in on that right quick. Cool. They get off the phone with her, and Kenya, speaking of the speaking of the Drop It with Drew situation, Kenya is just like, when it comes to Marlo, she's tired. She's done going back and forth. It's always, oh, we gonna make up, we good, we cool, and then the very next opportunity that she has to be shady or petty or whatever, she's gonna take it. she's not going to take the high road. And Kenya's just like, I'm just tired of that, and so she kind of had her out her character a little bit, but it is what it is. It's Marlo, and sometimes that's what you have to give Marlo. But she knows that Marlo's gonna just be Marlo. It is what it is. Sheree has her friend Fatum over again, and y'all, we talking about Tyrone again. Sheree, do they give Emmys to the folks on reality TV? Because she need one. She need one, okay, for a dramatic actress. Because I didn't see no tears or none of that, but we got the emotion of it all. She got to put the girl, we see you. We see that there are no tears running. All of that you was doing, her makeup should have been shot after that. Full face beat afterwards. After you done ran around running from the cameras with Fatum holding you, covering your face. Both of y'all. Both of y'all in this contrived scene can get up. Please, just go. Just go. Because nobody's buying it. I mean, at least I wasn't. I wasn't buying that performance at all. It wasn't believable. We're going to have to take two. Because it wasn't believable. It wasn't believable, Sheree. You're going to have to do better. You're going to have to do better next time. Because that was very dramatic and just dramatic only. Anyway, Drew and her mom go on a pedicure date, and while they're there, they talk about Ralph's book that he has coming out, where he's written a book about being a step parent, and Drew just finds it funny that he writing about being a step parent when he ain't even adopted her son. You know, I think they changed his last name and everything, but he hasn't adopted him, and when it comes to Ralph, he thinks that it's just, you know, kind of disrespectful. It's a man thing. I'm not finna just take this man's son away from him, you know, I guess because he's still around. Didn't we meet him? I feel like we met him. Didn't we meet baby daddy? And he was very similar to Ralph, as far as build and the way he looked and all of that. I don't know. I feel like we met her child's father. But anyway, he won't adopt him. And I'm sure he has his reasons for that. But mama pivots and it's like, oh, girl, I was on the prayer line. And so was prophesying, and they had something to say about you. And Drew's like, me? Let me just play it for you. So she presses play on her recorded conversation. The lady is just saying that there's an adversary around Drew. This is a woman or either a man with a spirit of a woman, but she needs to beware. It's some smoke in the city. Something in the milk ain't clean. And of course, Drew is like, who could that be? Is it the assistant? Is it Sonya? Is it Kenya? Who could it be? Girl, go to God. Okay? Pray about it. See who it is. Her and her mama with that one there. I'm like, why you record that lady prophesying to you? I guess when she started talking about Drew and she had to match record. But mama say, y'all gonna have to get this sisterhood right. You got to get back to sisterhood because it's something that's not right. What's going on between Drew and her friends? Marlo is shopping for her new home, and Sheree and Sonya meet her at the place, and Sheree tells them that she wants to have a slumber party. You know, everybody's invited, and by everybody she means everybody. So it is what it is. Whether you got a beef or no beef, everybody is invited. Marlo brings up Kenya, and Sonya's like, oh, that brings me, I was over at Kenya's house just yesterday, so let me update y'all on what we talked about. So she go and sits in between them so she can be real messy and, you know, spread all the, tell all the tea. Well, it really wasn't no tea, but Sonya's position has become the bone carrier. You know, like she is bouncing from this group to that group from that group to this group with information. Updating everybody. Girl, the people didn't need an update. But anyway, she updates them on her conversation with Kenya. And, she just asked Marlo, do you think that you could tone it down? You think that you could not be so cutthroat? Like, can you just not do that? No, she can't. That's just what it is. Marlo then tells the girls that, she's been going through a lot and she got fed up with the boys and she put them out. She told them to get the out. And they're like, you did what? Sheree says, listen, now mothers, I ain't never had no opportunity to just kick my kids out and, just have a break. Because that's what Marlo said. She needed a break, a 30-day break. Granted, I understand where she's coming from. And I guess it's kind of like when you have your problem child and you send them to go live with grandma, for the summer so they can get some act right. It's not like sending them to boarding school or sending them to some stranger or dropping them off down to the defects. It's go live over there with where they are having humble beginnings. and then come back and see how you appreciate what it is I'm over here doing for you. That's what Marlo is doing, but it's the act of putting them out. It's the act of get the fuck out. Like as a black family unit, we got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that. Having the conversation, would you like to go live with your grandmother? You know, would you like another environment outside of this one? Do you think that that would be conducive to, like, you know, a cohesive family unit? You know, have the conversation. Don't just, I'm packing up all your shit and you getting the fuck out. Get out. Go over there. Go live with your daddy. Go on over there with your auntie. That is traumatic. So I don't think that way was the right way, but not my kids, not my circus. Not that ain't my situation. Not my red wagon. That's they little red wagon. But I would, of course, as a mom, I would never do that to my natural born kids. Not even some foster kids. Not even some children that I have taken on. You know, because I have taken on the responsibility. So you just gotta live with it. You just gotta deal with it. But she put them kids out. They going over there to their other auntie house, her younger sister, and she talking about she got 4 little toddlers. I said, she got 4 toddlers and you finna send somebody else over there? She wasn't the right candidate, Marlo. You it, because you don't have any kids. Anyway, I could see y'all going over there for the weekend. I need a break. 30 days. Them kids gone a whole month. They gone a month and they probably ain't even gonna come back. Them kids gonna be like, Q, we ain't never coming back. We out. Okay, we out. The ladies, everybody's getting ready for the summer party. You know, everybody arrives and gets to Sheree's house. Everybody's supposed to come in nude. Fatum, she's there and I think she's talking to Kenya. It's a little early on. Everybody hasn't shown up yet. But Fatum tells the ladies that, you know, after she got into it with Drew, she called one of her friends and kind of, you know, vented to them. And in their line of work, they were able to do a background check on Drew and her husband and come back with all type of different aliases and all of that. And so the girls are like, what? You know, Kenya eats it up. She eats it up. Lisa Wu is also there, a OG Real Housewives of Atlanta cast member. You know, I think she was on seasons 1 through, she was gone by the time Portia was there, I believe. And I think Portia came in like season 5. I can't remember, but we know Lisa, you know, she started the thing with Nene them. She is not new to this at all. But she's there. She kind of looks a little strange right in here. You know, when you start to you can't do the fillers forever. You cannot do the fillers forever because after a while, it just starts to look puffy, you know, and not chiseled like you want. It's just puffy. I don't know, but anyway, the models come out and they are hold on. Okay, my bad. The models come out and these models are bucket naked, okay? Bucket naked. They're going to do the whole paint and sip type of thing. And Drew and Sonya are over at their canvas is painting, and Drew thinks that it's an opportunity to talk to Sonya about her slick remark that she made to Ralph about not knowing if they're busy or not, like what y'all busy doing, you know. I forgot what her comment was. It was shady. She knows it was shady, but of course she tries to act like, I didn't mean nothing by that. You're reaching. Like, I don't want to do this. Girl, stand in it. Stand up and stand in it. You said it. You meant it for how you meant it. Like, just say that. Oh, yeah, I said that. I mean, a little joke, you know, that was a little slick shade. You know, I didn't feel like it was too bad. You know, like, what do y'all do? Like at this juncture, as Kimmy on Housewives, and Kimmy on Love and Marriage Huntsville, she loves to say that at this juncture, we still don't know what it is that y'all do and what's keeping y'all so busy. So yeah, I said that, girl. It was a joke. Y'all can't take a joke. It was funny. Laugh. It wasn't funny. Okay, well then we can agree it wasn't funny to you. Cool, we can move on. But Sonya got a little riled up. You know, I guess she don't come for me about something as little as that. I'm sure she didn't even anticipate Ralph running it back to her, but of course he did. It was a dig. Of course he did. Kenya, she is she's the life of the party tonight. Drunk Kenya needs to come to every function. She's invited to all the functions. Drunk Kenya. Because Drunk Kenya is a good time. She had herself a time at that slumber party. They were counting her drinks. She had about 9, 10 of them. I think they were drinking champagne. And that'll get to you real quick. That'll get you real quick. And it'll also have you sick. Because if I drink too much champagne, my stomach started to hurt real bad later on. Like, it hurt. Like, I guess because of all the gas from the bubbles. But my stomach be... like, it's like a cramp pain. Not like you got a boo-boo pain, but like a cramp pain because of the gas. So, I can't do that champagne like that. Can't do too many of the champagne drinks. Anyway, she's just getting drunk. Y'all, the party looked like it was fun. Just because Kenya was so drunk. Candy and Marlo are off to the side having a side conversation. Marlo tells Candy that she kicked the boys out. Candy was like, "You did not say that to them." She held her accountable. She gave her good advice. You know, it kind of think same thing like I was just saying. It's kind of like you see both sides, but girl, you said you was gonna take on the responsibility, so take on the responsibility. Let's not do that. Let's find another way to get your point across to these boys. Because kicking them out, I don't know. I don't know if you did more harm. I don't think that you did. I think you thought you did more good than harm, but that's not the case. I was gonna get that out. They rejoin the group, and Candy wants to play a game. I mean, not Candy. Kenya wants to play a game. You know, when somebody says something positive, we gonna say, "Yes, queen." But before that, Drew is like, "Wait, Candy and Marlo left the room. What was y'all talking about?" So, of course, Candy fills them in. "Oh, we, just came to, a common ground. She shared with me some things. I shared with her some things. Like, we good. We in a good place." And so, yes, queen. So let's get to the little game. We're gonna go around and everybody's gonna say something nice. And when we get to Drew, she says that she's getting along with mostly everybody. And they looking at her like, she's like, "Say yes, queen." "No, queen. No. We're gonna come back to you." So they go around some more. And when we get back to her again, she's still on that same stuff. She said the exact same thing. King was looking at her like, "Start over." That's the exact same thing. Drew is like, "I just can't be fake." It's like Marlo, do you love everybody here? Because Marlo, of course, is, "I love everybody." Anyway, Kenya is so drunk, y'all. It's hilarious. Lisa chimes in. And she the drunk auntie for real, because she chime in all loud and everything. Talking about what, "I ain't waiting on no apologies. Then you become the victim. Don't you wait on no apologies. You got to move on in life." And Sonya's looking like, "Okay, girl." Lisa's like, "No, let me finish. I'm not finished talking." Sonya say, "But you been talking, Lisa." You been talking. Lisa, girl, listen, they chopped and screwed that one, because why was Lisa so hyped? We missed it. I missed why she was so riled up. Like, it wasn't even necessary, but she was going at it. She was going at it. Drew keeps giving Fatum these little looks, and of course Kenya, she's being messy and drunk and noticing it. "What's that? What you got for Fatum? You kind of giving her a look there." And so we just gonna address it. And Kenya kind of fills her in on what the private investigator found. She's filling Drew in on what the private investigator found. Drew is like, "What? Is she a stalker? Like, what is this?" They're like, But what's the aliases though?" What's the aliases though? Like they did find a lot. What's this female alias, Danielle? She says that Danielle is her assistant. That Danielle is an assistant that they've all met as well. They show Danielle on the screen and everything. So it's like, is he using her identity, or like what is happening here? What is happening here? But Batum says, "Listen, yes, I did the background check. I did that, and you keep poking, I'm gonna do some more checks. I'm gonna do it again, and I'll do it again." Kenya was getting a kick out of that. Me and Kenya were on the same page all night. All night, we was on the same page. It's safe to say that I like her. I think I'm not gonna say I'm team twirl. You know, I ain't finna be a part of the stands. But Kenya all right with me this go round. She all right with me. I'm seeing her true authentic self. You know, what we were getting before, it had to be a character, and it had to be played up for the cameras, and so that, you know, she could make a good show. She was fine being the show's villain, the one you love to hate and all of that, because of course she has a huge following of people that really do love her. And we didn't like the Kenya that we were getting on screen, and I think now Kenya has solidified her place there, and now she can kind of just be herself. So yeah, Drunk Kenya is a good time. Always invite her to the function. That was really it, y'all. That was it, because Kenya keeps this party rolling with her drunk antics. She running around the house. It was just all fun. She had herself a time, okay? A time. Anyway, that's it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.